It's Mike here from Potter Rare Books. Our Q&A session today is going to be answering your questions on identifying editions and authenticity. Question number 1 is, how can I identify a true Harry Potter first printing, first edition? Now, if we're looking specifically at the first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, UK edition, printed by Bloomsbury, there are 5 things we need to look for. The first thing is at the very bottom of the front cover, we see the Wendy Cooling quote. Next, on the copyright page, we need to see that there is a number line 10 down to 1. The third thing would be on the same copyright page, there is no space between the name Thomas Taylor and 1997. The fourth is on page 53. The equipment list should have a 1 wand listed at the top and bottom of the list. And finally, on the back cover, you should see the word philosophers spelled incorrectly. It is missing an O, as well as the word School of Witchcraft and Wizardry the wrong way around. Okay, question 2. What makes a Harry Potter book rare? Now, rarity generally means how many of those are available, how many were printed in its first print run, if we're talking about first printings. However, this does change when talking about signed books. So, signed books can be extremely rare on books with larger first print runs. For example, the 5th UK book, The Order of the Phoenix, and the 6th UK book, Half-Blood Prince, are extremely rare to find signed by J.K. Rowling. This is because around that time she wasn't doing any signing events, she just had her second daughter, and therefore signed copies were extremely limited. Other signed books, such as The Goblet of Fire in the UK, are quite easy to find signed. She did a huge Hogwarts Express tour, signed hundreds and hundreds of these books, but compared to the US Goblet of Fire edition, that is an extremely rare book to find signed, because again, around that time, she just didn't visit the United States. This was after her book tours for the first 3 books, and copies of that book are incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. Question 3. How can I tell if a Harry Potter signature is authentic? Nowadays, forgers have got so good at forging J.K. Rowling signatures that the untrained eyes just can't tell the difference between the real and the forgery. We recommend only buying books that come with our letter of authenticity by Adam Houston, the Harry Potter specialist, who is the only person to trust when really evaluating J.K. Rowling's signature. Question 4. What is the most valuable Harry Potter book? Now, the most valuable Harry Potter book that was sold in 2021 was for $471,000 in a heritage auction for the first edition, first printing of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is a 1 of 500. 300 of these books went to schools and libraries, and 200 were sold in bookstores. This particular copy was a beautiful example in near perfect condition and broke an auction record for the most expensive modern first edition. Question 5. What are the rarest Harry Potter books ever published? So the rarest Harry Potter books to exist are the UK proof copies. Only specifically for books 1, 2 and 3 were these proof copies produced. Book 1 has a reported 200 copies that were printed, and it is suspected that less than half of those copies are around today. Now, the Chamber of Secrets has a reported 200 to 300 copies printed, but the rarest of them all is Prisoner of Azkaban. Prisoner of Azkaban had 2 states, a purple first state with just 31 copies printed. This, in my opinion, is the rarest Harry Potter book of value that exists today. There is a second state, green proof book with only 150 copies printed. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video.